What's up, traders? Going 3 for 3 today, 14 for 14 on the week. We do have our live stream tonight where we will in fact be doing the 3,000 subscriber giveaway, so make sure you're there for that. Can't complain about 100% green week. Let's get to it. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's jump into these trades. Our first trade here was on MRIN. You're going to see us try to get in on that pop there at 785. That was the high of day currently. We do get our fill, still the high of day, but it does end up going through just a little bit. And you're going to see our order sitting here at 757. I think, pull it up to 758, which I think we thought about going to 61, and then we dragged it back down to 58. And as you can see, it comes down and tests 60. It never actually prints 60. It only gets to 62. You can see 60 on the bid there. It does say 61 printed there, but when I checked the candle, it said it was only 62, which is kind of interesting because I can see a bunch of 61s going through. But unfortunately, it does not give us that break, and this thing ends up coming back up and tags us out for break even, which was very frustrating, as you're going to see here in a second. I see it start to pop through 80, which I figured 80 was being the number that was kind of holding it down. So once I saw it go through, I jumped out and we got filled at, I think, 82 something around there. Yeah, 782.73. So that was our first trade on MRIN. A little frustrating because we just missed our fill, and that was frustrating. So MRIN actually ended up continuing, right? So that was a good cut by us. And we are looking for a re-entry. We actually end up going in half size here because it wasn't exactly the move we wanted. It was on the south side of the $half. We were looking for it to go through the $half. It did not seem like it wanted to go through. So we ended up going half size, looking to add the other half on the other side of 850 if it wanted to get there, but it does not get there. And as you can see, let me make sure. I think this is regular time. Yeah, let's fast forward this a little bit so it goes a little bit faster. If you want to watch these in real time from this point forward, just dumb it down to half speed in the player. But as you can see, it does come down. It starts to work, and we end up getting out of this one. Let's see if it actually, so it actually did go back up. I don't remember it going back up. I think I actually do remember that now, because I said if it does want to go higher, I was more than happy to add if it went through on this candle. But it actually chills out here for a little bit, and I actually end up looking for lower because I figured if it was going to break, it was going to try 8 and actually try to go through. And that's why I took my order down to 789 with a clear cut at high of day at this point. And as you can see, it is trying to come down. Here we go. It comes down right to $8. And as it tries to go through 8, you'll see that it's a little frustrating. It wasn't the flush we were looking for. I think it got to like 796 and it kind of stopped there. So it was a little bit frustrating there. And we ended up just taking it off as it came back through 8. So a little bit of a small winner there on the second trade on MRIN. And our last trade of the day was here on IFMK. As you can see, it's already starting to take off. Here I am just kind of checking the shares, making sure we have some, which we have plenty, 644,000. Starts to go up, and here's where it starts to jiggle. You can kind of see it, but I'm really looking for that extra push. There it is. And now the jiggle is really there. So we start our position at 157, and of course it decides to go right up to the halt price. Now I want to stop it here because typically I wouldn't add this close together because you're going to see me add here right at the halt price, but I was paying attention to the stock on my other screen, and I came up to it, and you can see down here in the volume bar that this is the third bar from when the move started, right? The move started down here. It looks like a breakout. The volume was kind of building into it. And so to me, when I talk about volume out of nowhere, which I call Vaughn, I don't necessarily love those candles, the first candle, because if it's some kind of a news play or something like that, that first candle can be very iffy. However, this is a $1 stock, right? It's $1.68 here at the halt. And if this thing had some like crazy good news, it would have halted immediately on that first candle, but it didn't. It took 3 candles to get to this point. So in my eyes, the buyers versus sellers, they're fighting at this point. It's not just a clear cut, hey, this is really good news, nobody's selling, everybody's buying. That's not the case. So typically I would have been waiting for 175, 180 for an add on something like this, but the halt price was right here at 168. And I saw it jump right to it right after we had hit our entry, and every part of me was saying this was a good add. And this is one of those things that I guess you can't teach. It's just something that you see in the chart, and I don't know why. I the way it got there, it didn't feel like it was going to halt. And even if it did, I felt like it might even gap down out of the halt. Like it felt like it wasn't going to just explode. It wasn't going to gap up to like $2, you know, whatnot. If that was going to happen, it would have happened back here on that very first candle. Especially being such a cheap stock, it wouldn't have taken that much to make it halt, you know. So that's where I stand with that. And as you're going to see the rest of this play out, you'll see us tick our second entry there, comes back down, put an order out for half right there at our first entry, and we put the other half if it wants to come down and break through 150, which you can see it comes right down to 151. I debated on kind of putting it up right there at 151, the front run the $0.5, but I felt like we were going to get that break. I probably should have put it down at like 146 because if you get that break, usually you get it. But I actually never saw 148 on that first attempt, but we got filled at 148, so I was happy, and it kept trying to go back through 150, but it ultimately does end up coming down a little bit lower. But nonetheless, it ended up being a really good trade, and it would have worked out even if we didn't add. But like I said, for some reason, the way that it was fighting on the way up, I just felt like even if it did go into the halt, there wasn't going to be that much more interest to go higher. I almost felt like it was so extended at that point. It looked so extended with the previous resistance all the way down here at 124 that it was going to gap down. That was just how I was reading the chart. And so I had no problem getting that extra add in there at the halt price. Looking for that to be the case, but it didn't even halt. It came right back down, and we got our fills. So that's all I have for you today. Again, we will be live tonight. I do want to go ahead and show you. I pulled up my TraderSync. I was going to show you the week. We didn't quite get to the $250 mark. It was a rather slow week, but we were 100% on the week. All green trades here, over 14 of them, and brought home $193.99. And we were looking to make $250, right? $50 a day in order to scale up, but we didn't quite get there. And I can't really complain. 31.50 on Monday, 51.06 on Tuesday, 32.02 on Wednesday, 49.96 on Thursday, and 29.45 today. So pretty good numbers. Can't complain with the lack of volume. And I was actually just talking to Thomas about this in the Discord about how normally, back at the beginning of the year, you would see me taking 6, 7, 8, 9 trades in a day. But right now, you're seeing me take 2, 3, 4 trades. And 4 is on a really good day. And we're just not getting those plays so that we can actually start building these really good days up. We're really just kind of pressing to get to our goal for the day. So just taking it one day at a time. I know it's summer and all that good stuff, but again, Friday night live stream tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, we will be doing the giveaway for the 1 full month of Team ISW and the 3 one-year individual accounts for TraderSync. So that's just going to be amazing. Don't miss that. If you still want to enter, just go to the YouTube page. It'll be one of the top videos. I think it's on the right side, and just go ahead and enter after watching the video so you know how to enter. And then, yeah, I'll see you tonight. If I don't see you tonight, have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday morning. Peace.